Hello, it's Roger Gewolb, personal finance and credit specialist and consumer champion. I'm on my way out to get some razors and a clean shirt. My wife is away and I'm pretty hopeless, so I'm on an expedition to do that. And it just occurred to me that it's a beautiful summer Friday afternoon and we're hopefully about to enjoy a beautiful summer weekend. But I couldn't help but assessing where we are reading all the news. So Liz seems to be ahead of Rishi at this point, and Boris has told Nadine Dorries that he doesn't want this ballot to go ahead. He doesn't want people to sign the ballot to put him up as a third candidate so that he can rescind his resignation. He's a great performer, Boris. Maybe that's a stunt to get more people to sign. There's a scandal over the fact that anybody can sign the petition. Apparently, you don't have to be a Tory party member. So perhaps the numbers of people, which is now 15,000, is inflated. Everything is in quite a mess. And the thing that bothers me the most is not all of that, but the fact that we're listening to the politicians day after day. I feel like I'm drowning in blancmange, saying really not a lot. They're not answering questions specifically about what they're going to do. All we know is that it seems that if Liz becomes prime minister, our interest rates are going to go from 1.25% to 7%. That is going to cripple us and cause mayhem, and millions of people will lose their homes, if that's indeed the case. And Rishi is going to be the only man on the planet to want to raise taxes, it seems. It's all very disheartening, and none of it's really clear. You watch the debates, you really don't get specific answers, and there's all the political posturing and backstabbing that really is really inappropriate at a time when we are in this horrible cost of living crisis. You probably know that the Russians have cut off more German gas, which has raised the gas price worldwide, which means that the fuel bill for the average British home, the energy bill, which was about £1,300 and then rose to close to £3,000, is now going to be close to £4,000. It's crippling. So if you listen to any radio or TV program, you will have callers talking about how they cannot afford to eat. They can't heat their homes. They have to make a choice between one or the other. And it's terrible. And yet you're listening to all this political infighting and backstabbing, and they just don't get it. Nobody has actually done anything. The price of petrol is still the same. The government is still taking 80% of it in tax. It's shameful. Nobody's doing anything, and nobody's going to do anything until the 6th. So how I feel is this. Do you remember we all went out on our doorsteps and applauded the NHS? Well, I'm going out on my doorstep this Sunday night, 31st July at 8 p.m. British summertime, and I'm going to go boo, because that is what I want to say to all the politicians of all parties who are supposed to be serving us. Why aren't you doing something for this horrible crisis that we're all in, instead of just talking and fighting with each other? I don't think that's naive at all, because if you listen to all the analysis, there are no specific proposals on the table by anybody to do anything that has any concrete value. Removing the green energy, reversing the national insurance. Nobody's doing anything about interest rates. Nobody's doing anything about the price of petrol. Nobody's doing anything about VAT on home energy prices. There are crucial things that could be handled. The politicians are ignoring even the fact that there were motorway roadblocks only a few weeks ago. So we need to get them out of the Westminster bubble and call to their attention that people here, you can hear them every day on the radio and the television, are literally starving, unable to feed themselves, unable to drive to work, unable to heat their homes and get electricity. So 8 o'clock Sunday night, I'll be out there. Please tell all your friends. Let's make this a nationwide thing. And everybody give one big boo. Thank you. Have a great weekend.